Hello everyone. Welcome to Wanderlust Ventures. Today, we're diving into a topic that might just change the way you see an entire country. Malaysia is not what the media shows you. If you've only learned about Malaysia through international headlines or quick social media clips, you might imagine just skyscrapers, political dramas, or tropical beaches. But the truth is, Malaysia is so much more. It's a land where centuries-old traditions blend with modern innovation, where street food stalls serve flavors from three major cultures, and where rainforests older than the Amazon hide rare wildlife you won't find anywhere else. From the historic streets of Penang to the breathtaking peaks of Mount Kinabalu, from the warmth of village hospitality to the buzz of Kuala Lumpur's night markets, this is the Malaysia the world needs to see. So, make yourself comfortable, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a story like this, and let's uncover the truth together. And remember, if you love discovering the real faces behind the headlines, subscribe now because this journey is just getting started. More than just Kuala Lumpur's skyline. International coverage often shows Kuala Lumpur's Petronas Twin Towers as the symbol of Malaysia. While they're indeed iconic, this image is incomplete. Malaysia is a country of diverse regions and personalities, from the white sand beaches of Langkawi to the UNESCO heritage streets of Georgetown and Penang to the deep green jungles of Sabah and Sarawak. In global media, the rural and cultural side of Malaysia often gets ignored. These areas are home to indigenous communities, ancient traditions, and unique dialects. Imagine sipping tea in the Cameron Highlands surrounded by rolling green hills, or exploring centuries-old wooden villages on stilts in Borneo. These are just as much Malaysia as the modern skyline, yet rarely featured in news stories. The real multicultural harmony. Media stories sometimes portray Malaysia as divided by race and religion, highlighting political tensions between Malays, Chinese, and Indians. While these divisions exist, they do not define everyday life for most Malaysians. Walk through any Malaysian city and you'll see something remarkable: a mosque next to a Hindu temple, which might be just down the road from a Chinese temple. Festivals like Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Chinese New Year, and Deepavali are celebrated openly and often together. People share food, greetings, and traditions regardless of background. Yes, political debates over ethnicity make headlines, but on the streets, you're more likely to find unity in a food court where Malay, Chinese, and Indian dishes are sold side by side, and everyone enjoys them all. Safety versus media perception. Some foreign outlets have occasionally portrayed Malaysia as unsafe, especially during times of political protest or when certain crimes make international news. But if you ask expats living here, most will tell you that Malaysia is one of the safer countries in Southeast Asia for day-to-day living. Crime exists, as it does everywhere, but violent crime rates are relatively low compared to many Western countries. Night markets bustle with families, kids play in public parks until late evening, and many women feel comfortable walking in busy areas after dark. The media tends to amplify rare events into defining moments, but the reality is far calmer than the headlines suggest. Not just an emerging economy. Foreign media often describes Malaysia as developing or emerging, implying that it's behind in modern infrastructure. While there's truth to the term from an economic classification standpoint, visitors are often shocked to find world-class highways, high-speed internet in cities, modern malls, and excellent public transport systems like the MRT and LRT. Kuala Lumpur's airport rivals those of major world capitals, and the country has thriving industries in technology, oil and gas, palm oil, tourism, and manufacturing. In fact, Malaysia's middle class is growing steadily, with many locals enjoying lifestyles on par with those in Western nations, something rarely acknowledged in news coverage. Political drama isn't the whole story. International news often focuses on Malaysian politics, corruption scandals, party changes, and leadership reshuffles. While these are real and worth reporting, they don't represent daily life for ordinary Malaysians. Most people here go about their routines, running businesses, attending schools, shopping, enjoying family dinners, without being directly affected by every political twist and turn. The country has faced challenges, but it also has a functioning democracy where people vote, debate, and voice their opinions openly. The food culture is bigger than you think. You've probably seen some international shows praising Malaysian food, but even then, the coverage barely scratches the surface. Media might highlight nasi lemak, satay, or laksa, but the sheer variety of dishes is staggering. Malaysia's culinary scene is a reflection of its multicultural heritage: spicy Malay rendang, Chinese dim sum, Indian banana leaf rice, Peranakan Nyonya cuisine, and even indigenous recipes using jungle ingredients. Food isn't just about eating here, it's a cultural language. Strangers become friends over a shared meal at a roadside stall. This warmth and connection don't make international headlines, but it's the heartbeat of Malaysia. Nature that goes beyond beaches. Global tourism ads often focus on Malaysia's tropical islands, but the country's natural wonders are far more diverse. The media rarely mentions that Malaysia is home to some of the oldest rainforests in the world, older than the Amazon, with rare wildlife like orangutans, proboscis monkeys, and pygmy elephants. In Borneo, the Mula Caves are among the largest cave systems on Earth, while Mount Kinabalu offers breathtaking climbs for adventurers. These wonders often go underreported, leaving the world unaware of just how rich Malaysia's biodiversity is. The cost of living reality. Some foreign reports portray Malaysia as a cheap budget destination for tourists or retirees. While it's true that living costs are lower than in New York or London, this doesn't tell the whole story. Urban Malaysians in Kuala Lumpur face rising housing costs, education expenses, and fuel prices. The media's cheap paradise label can be misleading. It ignores the economic pressures locals face, as well as the fact that quality goods and services here can be world-class and priced accordingly. Generosity and hospitality that can't be filmed. One thing the media almost never captures is the warmth of Malaysian hospitality. Locals are known to invite strangers for meals, help lost tourists without expecting anything in return, and share community resources during tough times. When floods or other disasters strike, Malaysians often mobilize quickly, raising funds, distributing aid, and volunteering. This sense of solidarity doesn't always make global headlines, but it's a powerful part of the country's identity. A country that's still writing its story. The truth about Malaysia is that it's in constant transformation. It's not a perfect nation. It faces challenges in politics, economy, environment, and equality, but it's also a country full of hope, creativity, and ambition. The media often likes to freeze countries into a fixed image, but Malaysia's reality is dynamic. The people here are redefining what it means to be Malaysian, blending tradition with modernity, embracing global connections while holding on to local roots. Look beyond the headlines. If you rely only on international media, you'll see a Malaysia that is incomplete, sometimes overly romanticized, sometimes unfairly criticized. The real Malaysia is a living, breathing blend of contrasts: skyscrapers and rainforests, diverse cultures sharing tables, modern cities alongside timeless traditions. To truly understand it, you need to walk its streets, taste its food, talk to its people, and feel its rhythm. Because Malaysia is not what the media shows you, it's richer, warmer, and far more fascinating than you've been told.